Good day everyone. Today we will tackle about the uses technology in language teaching and learning. But first let me introduce myself. I am Shane Grisvaldi Gavino and I am from section O1, Eled 102. Now, before we dive in our topic, let's first read the objectives. By the end of this lesson, students will be able to recognize various digital resources that can aid in language learning, participate in online interactions to practice language skills, and use digital platforms to monitor and assess their language development. Next slide. We have the introduction of technology. Technology for language learning can be viewed in two ways: as a source of instructional materials and as a means of enhancing learning opportunities. On the other hand, it is evident that technology has long been connected to language instruction if we consider it to be a source of resources. Chalk and a chalkboard might have been the only available technology for years. But later, the technological instruments were expanded to include film trips, audio and video recording, and playback devices. So it is accessible to a large number of educators. It goes without saying that educators can now utilize digital technical resources. So language teaching has always used available technology, evolving from chalkboards to digital tools like videos and interactive software. Example, like language teachers now use YouTube videos for pronunciation or Google Docs for collaborative writing exercise. That's it. Now let's proceed to review of principles regarding the use of technology in language teaching and learning. So first we have the teacher goals. Facilitate student access to authentic language through interactive and knowledge-based activities, promoting autonomy in technology-assisted language learning. So this is where teachers create lessons using technology. I know teachers use technology to expose students to real life language and encourage independent learning. For example, a teacher assigns students to listen to a TED Talk and write a summary, helping them engage with authentic spoken language. Next, we have roles. First bullet, we have teacher. Design technology-based activities, monitors progress, and guides language acquisition. So this is where teachers create lessons using technology and track students' progress. For example, a teacher creates an online quiz using Kahoot to test students' vocabulary knowledge. Next, we have students. Actively use the language to take risks in communication, explore information, and support peer language. So this is where student practice language experiment with communication them help each other learn. For example, students participate in a class discussion on a forum like Google Classroom, practicing their writing skills and responding to peers. Next, we have teaching learning process. So engage with authentic language focused on student generated content and recognize language learning as a dynamic, nonlinear process influenced by topics and relationships. So this is where learning should be interactive, involve real-world language, and adapt to different contexts. For example, a student a group of students create a short film in English and upload it to YouTube, practicing speaking and storytelling skills. Now let's proceed to interactions. First bullet we have teacher student. Teacher provide guidance while student exercise autonomy in task execution. So this is where the teacher guides but students take responsibility for learning tasks. For example, a teacher provides feedback on a student's essay using Google Docs comments, while the student revises it independently. Next, we have student-student. Collaborate through websites, blogs, peer editing, and online discussions. So, this is where students learn from each other using online tools and teamwork. For example, students work together on a group project using a shared wiki, contributing information and editing each other's work. Next, we have views on language and culture. Language is a tool for social interaction and knowledge creation, with patterns that evolve through use. Cultural understanding is gained through online interactions and virtual exploration. So, this is where language is shaped by communication, and cultural awareness is developed through digital interactions. For example, students engage in video calls with international pen pals to learn about different cultural perspectives and practice their language skills. Next, we have student motivation. Online tasks enhance motivation by allowing personalized profiles and autonomy in learning focus. So, this is where technology boosts motivation by giving students control over their learning experiences. For example, a student uses Duolingo to practice at their own pace, choosing topics that interest them. Next, we have emphasize areas and skills. Prioritize personal expression, sharing opinions, and reflection. Emphasize reading and writing due to computer use, with class time dedicated to speaking and listening. So, this is where technology promotes self expression, reading, and writing, while face to face learning focuses on speaking and listening. For example, students write blog posts about their daily lives in English, while class time is used for discussions and presentations. We have native language rule. Utilize the native language as needed for communication and support in learning the target language. So this is where the native language can assist in learning but should be balanced with target language used. For example, a bilingual dictionary app helps students translate difficult words when reading an article in English. Next, we have evaluation. Conduct evaluation through electronic portfolios of student work. So this is where students' progress is assessed through digital collections of their work. For example, a student compiles their essays, presentations, and records speeches in an online portfolio to track progress over time. Now, lastly, we have our error handling. View language use as creative. Errors are part of the ongoing learning process with opportunities for self editing and improvement. So, this is where errors are natural in learning and should be used for growth, not punishment. For example, students use Grammarly to identify grammar mistakes in their writing and correct them independently. Now, to proceed, let's identify the technology used for providing language learning experiences. So, this is where the technologies used for learning and providing experiences. First, we have the blogs, online journals where individuals share experiences on various topics, providing authentic reading material. Students can create their own blogs to practice writing and reflection. So, this is a student's practice writing and learn from real experiences. This can help the students to practice their writing and to learn from their real life experiences. Now, proceeding to computer assisted language learning or CALL, in short called software. Programs focusing on specific language elements like vocabulary, grammar, and reading comprehension or pronunciation. Available in both free and paid versions. So this is where call software provides targeted language practice with interactive exercises. So for example, students use Rosetta Stone or Babel to improve their pronunciation through interactive exercises. Next, we have digital portfolios. So this is a electronic collection of student work compiled over time, allowing for ongoing assessment and reflection. So this is where students track their learning progress through digital portfolios. For example, a teacher asks students to submit recorded speaking assignments and essays on in a Google Drive folder for evaluation. Next, we have distance education, web-based instruction providing access to language that might not be available locally, supporting the study of less commonly taught languages. So this is where online learning allows access to languages that may not be taught nearby. For example, a student in a area takes an online Mandarin course through Coursera since no local schools offer it. Next, we have electronic chatting, real time text, voice, or video communication platforms such as Skype, enabling authentic conversational practice. So, this is where live chatting helps students practice speaking and listening in real time. For example, students join an English speaking Discord group to chat with native speakers and practice casual conversations. Next, we have e-pen pals, email exchanges with peers from different cultures, promoting writing practice and cultural exchange. This is where students improve writing skills while learning about different cultures through email exchanges. For example, a Spanish student and an English student exchange weekly emails discussing their daily lives and traditions. Next, we have electronic presentations. So, tools like Microsoft PowerPoint allow for multimedia presentations, enhancing both teaching and student projects. So, this is where presentations improve learning by combining text, images, and audio. So, for example, a student creates a PowerPoint presentation about their favorite book, adding images and voice recordings for better engagement. Next, we have the electronic text corpora. So this is where digitized collections of written or spoken texts that are searchable, aiding in the study of language usage and patterns. So this is where text corpora help students analyze language use and grammar patterns. For example, a linguistics student uses the British National Corpus to study common collocations in English writing. Next, we have cell phone based applications. Text messaging and platforms like Twitter facilitate informal language practice and real time communication. So, this is where mobile apps provide convenient on the go language practice. For example, a student tweets daily in English about current events to practice concise writing. So, yes, podcasts. We have digital audio or video recordings on various topics, which can be used for listening, practice, and cultural exposure. So, this is where podcasts enhance listening skills and expose learners to different accents and topics. For example, a student listens to the BBC Learning English podcast while communicating to improve their listening skills. Next slide, we have social networking. Platforms like Facebook or MySpace enable sharing of thoughts, activities, and media, fostering community and language use. So, this is where social media creates opportunities for language practice and cultural exchange. For example, students join an English language Facebook group where they discuss topics like travel and movies. Now let's have the wikis, the last one. Collaborative websites where multiple users can contribute and edit content. Useful for group writing projects and information sharing. So this is where wikis allow students to work together on writing projects and share knowledge. For example, a class creates a shared wiki page about English grammar rules, adding examples and explanations together. And that is all for our topic. Now, no, that is all for technology uses for teaching language. Next, we have the conclusion of our topic. So, technology in language education is rapidly evolving, offering new tools and methods to enhance learning. However, access to these technologies varies and their design may reflect cultural bias, biases, biases. Sorry for that. It's essential for educators to be informed about these tools and integrate them thoughtfully to support meaningful learning experiences. So, according to Van Leer 2003, he suggests that technology should complement, not replace, traditional teaching methods. So, a balanced approach using digital tools alongside face to face interaction creates a more effective learning experiences. So that is all for our topic. I hope you guys learned, listened, and learned something new. And yes, once again, I am Shane Grace Valdicavino, your peace service teacher. for today's topic. Thank you, everyone.